Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the In Group in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm going to do an unboxing of a couple more uh, boxes from the Mega Singles collection. This is a collection of around 30,000, mostly punk, new wave, uh, psychedelic singles from the 70s to the O's that we purchased a few months back. This is going to be box number 4 and 126. Now, both of these boxes are actually from the later half of his collection. The way he labeled them up, he actually did them in different like tiers, so you can kind of gauge the era that each box is from. Now, I haven't gone through either of these boxes, so I really do not know. Local group there. I don't know what's in these boxes. You know, there was a couple of key boxes. I got a little spreadsheet that showed his early collection and what was in it. But as far, that's really all I, knew about was the earlier collection. Let's see. This has a lot of Sundays, Norton. Lost Sounds, the Get Up Kids. So sometimes you'll find some older stuff in these boxes because what he would do is, as he was record shopping, he would buy stuff that he saw at local record stores that was missing from his collection. Let's see. Pretty cool, Pretty Things single. Little chunk of Norton. Norton Pretty Things. I was at a record show once a few years back, and I was found a guy who had a really good price on the Pretty Things, the UK first pressing of their first album, and I had it in my hands. Some little 4-foot tall man, some Tracy, looks like Tracy Lords there, some 4-foot tall man yanked it out of my hand. That didn't go over well. I got the single, or I got the record. Still in my collection. Some of this stuff here is quite interesting. A lot of this stuff is gonna end up being, I'm taking all the stuff that doesn't quite, meet the standard of being worth listing online. For the most part, this whole collection has been put on Discogs, and anything that doesn't meet the standard, is not worth doing. We are saving, and I'll probably do some sort of record shows here, or I might take them out to California. The Donnas, who invited you? They just did a reissue of that LP. I'll probably take them out to California, or I'll take them out and maybe Boston and do a like a couple bucks a piece type of thing and try to blow out the other stuff. So you can kind of see that a majority of this stuff is all from a very specific area. You know, it's all early O's. George Harrison. Let's see. Almost done with this box. This this style box, which is a coffee box, was going to be pretty much the very last thing he bought. So this should be kind of the newest stuff. All right. Now this actually has some what do we got here? A chunk of aggression stuff. Pin in there and some and a catalog. Little 5-inch single from Music Machine. Prince. God, there really is not a lot of rhyme or reason to this collection. You know, Prince and Ramones pretty much back to back. That's kind of the MO here. Pearl Jam, numbered to 3,500. So yeah, this looks like this era of boxes here is kind of going to be mostly the 90s and early O's. Beach Buggy. Little dividers in here, I'm not really sure what those are for. The Demonics. Trying to figure out what. Now, a lot of these are all doubled up, so it looks like there's 2 of each. Cheap Trick. 2 of each in all of these. So this is all chunked up with, he was a big collector of sympathy for the record industry, so he probably has a run of most of the label. But let's take a look at box 36 and box J. Right off the top, I see some Cult in box J, but we're going to start here. So box 36 would have been his original collection. So you're going to find most of the stuff from the 70s and the 80s is going to be in this particular box. Big fan of imports, so you'll see a lot of these are going to be European pressings. And he liked to really load it. You know, he found a particular band. He seemed to really load up on it. The Locomotion. Little Buddy and the Kids. So on the list, he had a master list when I bought this collection. And on the master list, if it was a big name or was somebody he had a lot of, you know, that would be on the list. But all the little squirrely stuff, you know, that private press stuff, the onesie twosies, you know, none of that would actually be on those lists. So it's kind of a mystery on some of this stuff, what's actually in these boxes. You know, on the list, he might have had, you know, the Lotus Eaters, 9. But, you know, something like that might not have been on there at all. Julie London. Almost all the records in this collection are in picture sleeves. It's actually pretty rare when you find something, when I find something without a picture sleeve. So it looks like we are in the L's. Let's see, we got the Lopez Beatles. Let's see. God, it's been, you know, with all the record store days and everything that have been going on, it's been months since I've actually filmed one of these videos. So, Lords of Acid on the back. You got a big chunk of Los Lobos. Some of these little, some of these more mainstream bands that their singles don't go for a lot of money. He had just, some Spanish imports, or he would have some import that was so rare it went for, $100. Very interesting. Lords of the New Church. And he pretty much stored everything the same way. Almost everything had a 7-inch sleeve. And on his older collection, it would be in LP bags, wrapped. Lords of Acid, that must be pretty early. Belgian pressing. And then by the end of his collecting days, he did the same thing, but everything was put in Ziploc bags. Let's see. Okay. Last pouch. For box 36. All right, so let's. This is a more modern box, box J. This was probably some of the more recent stuff he bought. You generally can tell because it was just sitting in a box waiting to be filed. Although some of these have sleeves on them, I'm not really sure. What else is in the box? R.E.M. Crush with Eyeliner. This is a orange vinyl calendar bag. So I'm guessing, yeah, this is probably all the cult. Mostly British sleeves from the look of it. A lot of these are doubles, like there's two of them in 2 copies in each 7-inch outer. Yeah, there's 2 copies in there. All right. Batman Forever single. All right, so far this box is looking like it's going to be mid-90s R.E.M. Little pin in there, a free badge. Sepultura. Sex Pistols. Rage Against the Machine on orange vinyl. Yeah, some beautiful white zombie. More Rage Against the Machine. Limited edition clear vinyl Creep. The Verve. Weezer. This is actually a pretty interesting box. This 90s stuff is just absolutely non-existent on vinyl. You never have this stuff walk through the door. Most of this stuff is just in people's collections at this point. Me and Angel went on vacation there recently, before the virus. Coronado Beach in California. These are just all jumbled in here. All right, about halfway done. Screaming Trees. think it is absolutely amazing that before the internet, any one person was able to come even remotely close to being able to collect all this stuff. Smashing Pumpkins. Pumpkins. Is that Bill Cosby?
I think so.
That sure looks like Bill Cosby. God, look at this stuff. I think it'd be difficult for any one person to collect what's in a couple of these boxes, let alone to have 160 of these boxes. Some sponge, some Soundgarden picture discs. All right. This is the end of the box. Veruca Salt and the Verve. All right, guys, I'm Mike. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Check out our Instagram and Facebook page. Until next time.